Happy Friday! So I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but you can thank one of the beautiful people watching this channel because I received a very thoughtful email with amazing questions, not so much questions as offerings for deeper clarification, and I wanted to answer it first here because I think that we are all connected, and any question from one person is potentially a question for every person. And even if it's not your specific focus, there is always something there if you found your way to this video. So there's something there for you. I hear other people talk all the time and will feel the resonance with a part of me that maybe isn't identical to the question, but there's always something there. So I thought, what a beautiful way to share this on a video. So the question was, and I'll just cut to this one part, and there were other questions, so maybe we'll do other videos and touch on other points, but the part specifically I'm going to focus on is when I saw your videos, there is one thing I experienced. There's a flow of energy showcasing life that can be lived. So if we can be in a state where we're aware and we're expressing source and the energy is flowing through us, spreading unconditional love in our daily life. And like I said, it's not really a question as much as an offering of how do you reach flow state, what we all want. Flow is where you are out of the problem frequency, you're in the solution frequency, you're seeing solutions come to you, you are able to use your superpower and keep your focus on what you want, and you can see the reality around you, like the popular term, like a matrix almost, unfolding, and you can see that everything around you is 100% a direct reflection of your core, most inner being and your beliefs. And what are beliefs? They're thoughts we just keep thinking. So it's something that we have known, thought, and our conscious stored it into the subconscious. And now in the subconscious, you might not even remember it's there if you put it there when you were like 4. But your subconscious has a set of beliefs, and these are the codes running in your life which you see. And so how do you learn what's there? You either sit quietly in meditation, or you audit your environment, you audit your life, you audit what's happening in your reality, and that gives you a glimpse of your beliefs within. So I was chatting with my husband about this, and now you'll see me close my eyes in videos all the time because I close my eyes and I'm there. I'm connected. It's instant. The stream is flowing. I can hear, like, not hear as much as hear the same way you hear your voice talking in your head. If I were to say, like, Mary had a little lamb in my head, that same voice is how I hear, but I can differentiate the tone. So if I back it up, and it's different for every person, which is part of the fun of figuring it out, but the ultimate, when your life is really impacted like this, you can't hear. Everything is shining on you, all of the answers, all of the solutions, all the joy, everything you've ever wanted is shining on you, and you're shut down. Like, there's no room, your hard drive's full, your disk space is full, you're not getting anything. So when we have a practice like meditation, we kind of get back into the driver's seat and loosen it up a little bit. And then when you start auditing your reality in front of you, you can deepen that audit by taking certain things that you're then witnessing and surrendering them, letting them go, removing the emotion behind them, which there's other videos on that, which I can link. Ask in the comments if you have questions about that, or if you have another way of releasing emotions. But essentially, you have the ability to have a deeper conversation with your body, to muscle test. You can connect to the belief, and then you can basically surrender it, which is removing the energy behind it, removing the story, and you're not pushing it away or repressing it. You're letting it play through your body. And so, like, if you see a zebra being chased by a lion, at the very end, they're on the ground, they get away, and they fall to the ground, and they're like shaking. They're letting out all of that energy. We as humans don't always do that. We kind of store it and hold it, and then it's this now pain body where we have triggers and things like that. So you'll see it, you'll feel the trigger, and you will effortlessly let it be there. and let it move through your body. And a lot of times it's like somatic in that you feel the sensations in your body, you feel the event as if it's happening, and you're just knowing that you're safe and you're surrendering it and you're letting it all the way out. So once we start doing that, we gain more space. And all of this is a practice. It all depends how badly you want it, what your goals are in life, what your focus is. And so the more we meditate and the more we see and the more we surrender, the more this conversation specifically between you and the divine, the source coming through you, the universe is answering your questions. And the deeper this friendship becomes, I'm going to liken it with that. The deeper you have inside jokes, the deeper you see things and you know exactly what it means. And so as this is happening, you combine something like that with, there's this adorable little bird outside that sits and stares at me like intensely. And it's just, for me, this beautiful little sign of the non-physical. And it's just, I'll be in all different positions of the house and there it is in the grass, just staring at me. It's amazing. So this is the perfect time for that, talking about it. There are no coincidences. So as you're doing a practice like that, combining it with something, and this person appears to be like a very advanced meditator. So there are potentially all stages and all layers of being at this. We all start mostly like this. This is at least where I started, completely impacted, unconscious, unaware, victim-y states without a meditation practice. And as you start the meditation practice and you start seeing, you start waking up and you start unpacking it all, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the control you have by being in the driver's seat of the mind and the body and the avatar and commanding it in communion with source coming to and through you is always changing. It's always evolving in me and it's always evolving in everyone around me. We're all doing our own work, our own canvases. So depending on where you are, you combine it with meditation and you'll see different changes. Now, the meditation part of it is so important because not only are you ultimately quieting the mind, but the point of meditation is to, and a lot of people like they'll sit down in meditation, they'll have a bunch of thoughts and they'll think I'm not doing it right. That's it. You're doing it. That's it. You can jot down some things that come to you that are like, I actually really need that. That's important. Thank you so much. And then the other things you can witness them going. And as you relax, release tension from the body and sit there peacefully, your energy will naturally start to rise and the thoughts that you're attracted to coming to you will start to change. And so that process that you begin witnessing eventually is the process that you use throughout life exclusively, of being able to pay attention to where your vibration is ranging on the scale. Like you can use the David Hawkins scale of consciousness, and what thoughts you're getting will show you where you are on the scale. It's like the chicken and the egg thing. Your vibration is attracting the thoughts, and then your thoughts are like solidifying the vibration, and then you're attracting more of those same thoughts. So using the skill you've learned from meditation and being able to relax and let go and see the thoughts pass by and move yourself up consciously is incredible. That's a whole experience in itself. So to tie it into living your life in this flow of energy, the higher you can get on the scale, it's like whitewater rafting. The bigger class of rapids you're going to go down, and the faster the flow is, the faster you're going to receive. You are always receiving. And I would say the ultimate pleasure in life is receiving that energy in that flow state. Like high level athletes, you see them executing, because they're not seeing the problem, they're getting the solution. They're seeing a situation fast and they're instantly moving in the solution. It is such a blissful, enjoyable thing. So when we quiet the mind and we receive, that becomes effortless. And it's with auditing, and it's with meditation, and it's with really knowing our beliefs. Is this something that's really hard for you and really challenging? Are you going to keep telling that story? Because that becomes a thought that you keep having and it becomes a belief, so your body has no choice but to execute it. So paying attention to things like that, what you say, is such a powerful reflection of what's within. So logically, you close your mind, close your eyes, release the energy, the tension, you move into meditation however you're used to. And you want to get ultimately into deep meditation quickly. And it takes as long as it takes, and there's no pressure. It'll take as long as it takes. And it used to take me a very long time. Like, 45 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then 10 minutes. And then I took a Burt Goldman course on, I think Shift Network was where it was. And Burt, little genius, he ran around with like Uri Geller and did all of these. He had powerful control of the mind. And one of the things he did was he was counting down in meditation. And the way he counted down to a deeper level of mind, I still hear him in my head. So I go into my normal meditation, I'm in there, I'm nowhere, nothing, in space. And then I will do his countdown deeper, and all of a sudden, the way I know I'm there is I see like stars. Like with my eyes closed, it's like dark with stars, like I see the night sky. I've seen it since I was a kid, which is a different story about the infinity and time not being linear, is I think why I experienced that as a kid. But because I do it now, but however you know you're there, that's how I know I'm there. And so it will be with Burt's countdown. And then once I'm there, it's not force at all. It's complete bliss. I am just happy to be there. And usually once you're there, you're absent of thoughts, and you can like have a sound you repeat, or just like a sound you pick up in the room, like the air conditioning or something, or just stillness. You can rest your hands in all different ways, your body in all different ways that are comfortable. I love sitting up tall, straight. I feel like really relaxed. For me, that's like a great position. And so usually from there, I will just set the intention with my mind that I'm ready to receive. That's how it first started happening. And a thought would pop up, and I would just kind of look at it and kind of ignore it. And then if it popped up again, like the same thing, I would get like a piece of paper, and then I would just start kind of writing and letting it go. And I'm not engaging my thinking mind. I'm just stillness and just like receiving. And so that is the first way that I learned how to do it intentionally. For years before that, I would be doing nothing, and my daughter's doing her homework. Yay. For years before that, I would be doing nothing and have powerful thought coming through. And I would write it down like in the notes on my phone or in a journal. And I would think like, man, sometimes I am so profound when I would read it back later. Like, this is my writing, but like this one, wow. It was like such an amazing thought. Or I would be daydreaming and thoughts would just pop in when my mind was kind of occupied, and I would have like a full epiphany about something. So that happened throughout life. But the meditation and the relaxing to that place is the first time that I ever intentionally did it. And I could get back there, and it was duplicatable, and I could do it consistently. So at that point, if you feel inspired to continue that path, you do. And everything there coming through is for you. It's all like perfect for your life. Everything I share in these videos is the information I'm getting. And so you see how much it resonates with you. It's not just for me. And so that's why I share it, because there's something really powerful that happens when you listen to somebody flowing in resonance. You are able to, it almost raises the vibration of the body on that David Hawkins scale of consciousness, and gets you to a point where you're hearing the way your inner being is speaking to you, the way flow is coming through you. You're hearing it through another. And the more you listen, the more you get into that resonant state. So it's a whole host of tricks, but I would say it's the meditation, definitely the meditation, and being able to close your eyes and get there. And ultimately now I just close my eyes. It doesn't take 45 minutes. It doesn't take 15 minutes. It doesn't take 10 minutes. It doesn't take counting back. It takes a blink, and I'm there, and I'm receiving and knowing. And sometimes in really noisy environments, or there's like a lot going on, I will purposely detach and find myself in nature, just like walking outside for like a 5-minute break, taking a deep breath and just recentering the same way you do from your morning meditation, like throughout the day. Every time I close my eyes, I'm recentering, I'm reconnecting to that. I am pretty permanently in the state of the witness. Less and less that refractory period where you see something and you're chasing that and like you're in autopilot unconscious. That's not really anything that I experience anymore. I'm from the seat of consciousness at all times, seeing and engaging from there and surrendering from there and interacting with this beautiful game of life and letting source flow through. And so if that's your goal, is to maximize your time spent in flow, I would say that's a noble goal, and that is a great goal. Ultimately, whatever your goal is fantastic, because it's yours and it's right. And there are billions of people on this planet, and there's only one you. You can't get it wrong. Whatever your gut is telling you is the way you should be flowing and going at that moment. So, all that said, I return it to you. It's all there for you. You're receiving everything you need at all times. So sit with an intention of finding your next steps for whatever they are, and move into that state of it being done. And then pay attention to the thoughts that come up in resistance to that and surrender those. And then pay attention to any gut feelings in life that come up around that are limiting, fear-based limiting beliefs, and surrender those. And then keep your focus, your superpower, on what it is you do want. Praying for what you do want. Because worrying is praying for what you don't want. It's putting your focus on that thing you don't want and flowing energy to it happening. God returns what you think about. God is love, but God gives us free will and returns what you think about. So where you place your thought is very powerful and very important. It is your superpower. I'm not joking when I call it that. Your focus is everything. And so mastering your focus comes from meditation, and mastering your flow comes from a desire, a meditation, and a intentional surrendering to what is for the promise of what will be, and knowing with complete faith that it is done and moving in that direction. So I'm going to leave it here for today and let you soak that in and get what's yours and leave what's not, and maybe pick back up the conversation on this topic should it come up. You can always leave any loving, intentional questions or things like that in the comments, and I will try to include them or respond to them. Because I know sometimes I'll watch a video and I'll just think like, oh, I want to know a little bit more about that. And you know, that's life. We learn from each other and we interact with each other, and ultimately everything is a reflection of you. So it's just, if you see something from me, it's something that is for you. I'm just a little bridge maybe on the path. So have a beautiful, amazing Friday, an amazing weekend. You deserve it. Thank you for being here. Remember to follow that intuition, follow that guidance wherever it leads. Leave a comment if you feel so inspired and had any thoughts to share your beautiful genius with other people. Because when you create and put things into the world through comments or love or thinking to call somebody, whatever you do, it gets where it needs to go, and it creates that ripple effect. So go and do it and be your beautiful, unique, only one of you that there exists in the world out of billions of people. Have an amazing day.